Dr.Tatyana Borisiak, and welcome to Fuse Vitality Studio. Today I have a very special guest and dear friend of mine, Dr.Maude Exantus. Hi, Maude.
Hello.
Welcome to our studio. She is a very good friend of mine and very exceptional person. And we would like to start a series of talks and share some of the insights on wellness and fitness and health style. She's a professional. She's a doctor of nurse practitioner. She has over 20 years experience in critical care, corporate nursing. She's a researcher. She's a practitioner on everyday basis. She teaches, and also she's an active athlete for NPC.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, she just competed in Olympia 2020.
Yes.
And it was a very exciting experience. And that's the reason of today's topic and today's meeting is to discuss how do we balance as a professionals, and how do we balance our professional life, work, lifestyle, as well as athletic lifestyle and wellness. So, hi Maude, your turn.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for such an amazing introduction, Dr. Tatyana. It is a great pleasure to be here on this platform. And the topic that we're discussing today is a common question that I get asked a lot. So thank you for inviting me to actually have this discussion to talk about work-life balance between professional. You're a professional, you work in a hospital, and I work in a hospital. I see patients, I also teach. It's a very hard balance.
So tell me a little bit like your daily routine, like one day, for example.
Oh man, you know what? Everybody always tell me, what does a day look like in your shoes? And I tell most professional, for me, the first step is you need to have a routine. Okay. If you're trying to have a professional lifestyle with athletic, or trying to get your nutrition or exercise into a routine, it start with establishing structure in your routine. For example, like myself, I wake up at 4 a.m. After I get up at 4 a.m., I have to pray because that's part of my routine to get myself situated, because my morning has to start off with prayer and reading my devotion. That sets my morning. For my prayer, brush my teeth, I get ready, and by 4:45, I'm on the road already running. So I have my friends, we run from 5 o'clock to like 6 o'clock. I'm done with my cardio.
Wow, so that's like a
Okay.
whole hour of your routine already done. It sets your
Already
day.
done. Okay. And then I have to go home. And once I get home, that's one day, 6 o'clock. By 6:30, I'm already dressed again and ready to get into work. Okay. And then from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, I'm already in route, get to work. And then once I'm into work, and then I have to take another break from 10 o'clock. So from 10 o'clock, I start my other part of the clinic where I start seeing patients, or I'm either making calls, following up with labs, or collaborating with other teammates within that clinic. And you see, as an independent contractor, some days I'm in the clinic and some days I'm not in the clinic. So when I'm not in the clinic, I'm also seeing patient outside the clinic on the phone calls. So you get calls, you're seeing patients, you still have to put in orders, you still have to follow up in terms of what's happening in that clinic if you're covering that day. So that's just one aspect of my life in that
So,
morning
and
time,
how
right?
long do you work? What are your hours usually?
So when I'm in the clinic, I'm from 8 to 3:30.
8 to 3. So
So it
that's
all
like
depends.
that's already half a day is gone. But you started very
Exactly.
early with your exercise,
Right.
which is
Exactly.
really important. And I would like to mention that's something that sets my day too. Every morning before I get to work, I get on my Peloton bike and I get my cardio in. And it's something that's just amazing. It starts my day. Whenever I miss those
And
days,
you
if I
feel
can't
great
do
too,
it,
right?
if I don't do it, if I miss those days, my energy level is low. It's unbelievable. that you start your day with some cardio exercise, and it already gives you that adrenaline, that energy start that you do. And of course,
Exactly.
it's challenging a lot of times because everybody's different, and you have to
Right.
adjust according to your lifestyle and your hours of work and everything.
Right.
But I feel that if you really, really want to, you can find those few minutes in a day and to be consistent,
Right.
to start your day. And of course, you
Right.
have to eat too, right? You have to meal prep, or
Of
you just
course. Of course. That happens the morning, the night before. Everything has to already be packed into my bag. So remember, by like 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm stepping out the door, grabbing my bag. I have to be ready by 6:30. By 7, I need to be out the door with my bag, my gym bag, because after work, I have to do my second workout. So I work out in the morning, in the evening, sometimes I have to do either another cardio with a weight training. So it all depends on the day and what is going on that day. So Monday looks completely different from Friday, you know?
so by morning one way, by night another. And I really would like to share. I will take this opportunity to share a picture of Maude from Olympia, and so you can see how hard she works and how successful she gets if she really puts an effort into it.
Definitely.
And when she is at work, that's how she is at work.
My
So
patients are like really surprised. They're like, "How do I do it?" Because I show up one way and they see me on the stage another way. So when I'm in my scrubs, they're like, my scrub does me no justice. Because they can't believe it. You know, they're like, "Can you come into work in your bikini?" I'm like, "No."
so do you feel that you are challenged by this intense lifestyle? What are the challenges you have to overcome that you feel? Because work is hard. You have to be focused on patients, you have to take care, you have to write paperwork, and you have to keep
Right.
up with your education. And what are the challenges between work and lifestyle balance that you face? Your
Well,
personal.
my greatest challenge, I would say, is time management. You have to be able to manage your time properly. So I have a calendar and I have to stick to the calendar. So family needs your time, your significant other needs your time, your friend needs your time, and your patient needs your time. So sometimes managing the time is like some days you have to be selfish, some days you have to remember the commitment you have to your friends, and you have to really struggle with that. I struggle a lot because with me training like maybe 2.5, 3 hours in the gym some days, it takes a lot of time away from my family, So I have to prioritize my time to remember that I still have to maintain my relationship with God. I still have to work and perform excellent, So I still have those responsibilities where I have to keep up with my CEUs, my continued education, and those are the things people don't see behind the scene.
Right.
You know,
Do you
those,
have to adjust sometimes? Do you have times when you have to cancel one thing or the other?
well, thankfully, I'm so happy with my job. My colleagues, they understand my lifestyle. So whenever I need a time off, somebody's able, if I have the person to cover me, they're there. But when I
Right.
don't have coverage, it's very difficult,
Right. But what I'm
because
trying to say, like an average person, a regular person who goes to work every day and trying to stay fit, just what I would like to say is it necessary to be very, very consistent and do everything by the book? And what happens, some people feel intimidated. They say, oh my God, I
mm,
can't do it because I have
right,
to be so consistent, I have to be so on a schedule, I just can't do it,
right.
give up. So do you have any time those challenges when you skip your practice and you just reset and you start going again, and you just adjust? You have to, I feel that anything possible, you just need to adjust a little bit and don't get discouraged
Right.
when you're not
I
able
have
to
those
complete
moments.
something.
I had those moments. To be honest, when I'm on prep and prepping for a competition, I try to stick to my schedule 100% of the time. And the reason for that, let me explain to you. When you get on that stage, right? And that day come and you have to show your body, if I didn't do all my cardio, I didn't do my training and I skipped something, there's a feeling of guilt you feel. You like, oh my God, only if I did that cardio, only if I had did that one weight training, it happens. But if you know you did everything you were supposed to do, when show day comes, no matter what the outcome is, you know you did your best and you didn't skip anything.
True.
So, as an athlete and not an everyday person, but someone that's competing, right? It's important that you really have that structure and that routine so you can be consistent. So
Right.
that way at the end, you know you did everything. But an everyday person who's trying to lose weight or who's trying to get their body in the best shape, if you miss a day, it's okay because you can always reset the next day, you know, because it's a long term journey. It's not a marathon, it's not a sprint. I mean, it's a marathon, So it's okay if you don't make it Monday and you say, or you ate ice cream today. Okay, start the next day, or, you don't have to wait so long to go wait for something to happen into your life so you can get started again.
So, do you ever feel like discouraged?
Oh, yeah.
You seems to be a very strong person. You have everything at
Oh,
home.
yeah.
You manage your
Always.
time. But does it happen to you that you feel discouraged and you feel upset or sad, or you
Oh,
have those kind of
yes.
moments of doubt?
Oh, yes. All the time. And Dr. Tatyana, that's the reason why you need a coach. You know, I remember getting ready for competition even before I met my coach, Lolita, right? And I told her, I don't think I can do this. And you know what? She had to recenter me, get me back on track. And that is the reason why it's important to have a coach there because those moments are going to happen. I looked at myself and I said, I think I'm fat. And she said, you know what? You don't know what fat is, That's to my mind because mentally it starts to play on you because you feel like you're not getting better, like you're not good enough. So my coach is there to help provide that support and encouragement to remind me that I am doing my best and to keep going.
So yes, that's definitely true. I feel that those moments can happen to anybody. We can get
Right.
discouraged, we can get disappointed or have doubts. And it's good to have a person that you can reach out. It could be your coach. Of course, we're talking about professional training, or if you're not athlete that's competing but only want to look good, you can reach out to a friend. You can talk to somebody, and
Right.
you don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged.
Right.
You really have to believe in yourself, and that's what's very important. Uh, Tell me also, what do you think the most important three things, or let's say three
Oh, I
things
like three.
in work lifestyle balance
Three
that you
things.
would sum up and you put it on your wall, write it down? What should you do to keep yourself sane?
Three things. I always say this in the work life balance, number one, self care. Self care is not selfish. If you don't take care of you, no one else will. Um, a second thing I would say is prioritize. Like every day is a different day. Focus on today. Like if today's Monday, focus on today and prioritize your day, you know? And last but not least, don't be so hard on yourself. Like if you like sometimes I feel like we strive for perfection. We want everything done like on your calendar like me. We have to do everything. If we can't get everything done, it can roll over to the next day, you know? So again, like I said, it's all about self-care, okay? Take one day at a time. Today's today. And if you can't, do everything, prioritize what's important.
That's great. Those are great insights and input. And I think it's something that would be useful for anybody to follow those little tips and routine. And thank you so much, Maude. And I'm so excited because we're going to be starting a series of videos and videos about wellness, series of videos about nutrition, the supplements
Right.
that one should take, little daily routine. And so stay tuned for our next video, our next streaming. And and thank you, Maude, for coming here and joining
Absolutely.
today. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.